Actually, I think one, I'm a late bloomer. Like even in karate, like the first 3 years of losing, nanalo naman later on, but it took a while. And then
Mm.
yung with honors ko naman, it took the whole grade school for me to not get honors. And then just with honors, but not top of my class. And then biglang summa cum laude and valedictorian. So slowly but surely ako, that's one. And number two, I think like early on, like being an athlete at a young age, I realized like the value of hard work and sacrifice and discipline. And actually, it's the same in sports and whatever you do in life. So like ginawa ko lang, I just extracted those values from sports and then put it into school. And that's how I did my study. So every day I'm gonna work hard and study hard. I won't let a day off. Just like how I was in pandemic training. Like I'm not gonna relax now kasi malayo pa yung tournament. So I wasn't like that in college. I wasn't saying that I'm still first year, fourth year pa naman yung goal ko na summa cum laude. No, it was like for every day of the 4 years in college, I knew I needed to put in the work. So it was really being consistent and staying the course and just be focused on what you want on your goal. So ayun. I think it's just really extracting the values and then using it into another aspect in life.
Okay. So how about choosing the course of BS mathematics? Like it seems like a course that people would want to avoid, honestly, because not a lot of people love math, like especially from like my friends and people I know. Saan naman nakuha yung interest in mathematics, and yeah, you really succeeded in your dream of graduating in that course.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, in high school, I could see na like I was excelling in math compared to other subjects because I don't know, math is just a language. Na sometimes it's easier for you to get it right away, or sometimes it's really hard for you to get it. You know, and I'm just blessed na math is really my language and nagja-jive kami ng math. So I knew na coming into college, I needed something math related. So I actually applied to applied physics first course,
Oh.
and then second is math. So I entered freshman year applied physics. And then that sem, I got a taste of physics classes and math classes. Tapos later on, I realized ko, I think I am more a math person. Like, it became clear to me after taking some classes na parang fit talaga ako sa mathematics. Like, I just understand its language and it comes naturally to me, luckily. And I think I get it from my mom because she's philosophy. So
Oh.
she graduated philosophy. And I think I really see the connection between philosophy and math. It's very logic based, like yung proving ng math is the same as like how philosophers think. So baka nagmano kay mommy in that sense and that I really get the mathematics. So it worked out for me well now because even though it's a hard course, just because that I get it is already an edge for me.
Yeah, for sure it's really tough. Like not everyone, like there's barely people like you here in the Philippines. Like I think in all your interviews that I've listened to, everyone's shocked na sige valedictorian ka or summa cum laude, pero it's like more of like the course that you chose because yeah, it's not like the course that people normally choose, and you were still successful in it because it's kind of tough because yeah, mathematics parang kami nga parang basic mathematics lang in college, hirap na. So, parang you took it as your major. Pero grabe yung challenge nga and you overcame it. So I think that's also a great inspiration for people. Like if you're really into something or you're passionate in something, just go for it. You'll never know, you might succeed in it. But then
Yeah. Oh, thank you. And I think it's like really finding what you like, your interest, and kung ano talaga gusto mo. Because it's hard doing something that you're not into. Like me, if I'm in another course, maybe I wouldn't be summa cum laude just because I wouldn't jive with it as much. So it's really important to like really try to find out what you really like in life, or even a course like what you like.
yeah. How about what are your like study routines or habits that you do? Because you said nga consistency is very important, and like yeah, finding what you
Mm.
want to do even on your like down days, you still have like a mindset or have the mentality to continue to finish what you need to do, like requirements or group works,
Mm.
anything. So you mentioned nga that the karate took a
Yeah.
back seat first, but then in college it's kind of tough also. Like when it was face to
Mm-hmm.
face, it's easy to have more leisure time with your friends because there's many things to do. We have less classes compared to high school,
Yeah.
and then here in the pandemic now, it's also
Mm-hmm.
hard because You could just play like video games, watch Netflix because it's right there beside you, rather than listening to the Zoom classrooms. So for you, what could you share na parang tips or advice to students like college or high school students in order to how to emulate you in terms of that aspect of life?
Yeah. Honestly, it's just for me, it's if you really have a goal, like set a goal and then really work to get it. And then every day you really have to think about that goal. Like it can't take a backseat. Like you can't say maybe I won't go for this goal today because you don't feel like it.
Mm-mm.
I think those days are normal and it's very, very tempting to just lie down and rest, which is important din naman. But manage it. Like if you're gonna rest now, just do it for a small time and then get back to work. Like don't throw it completely out because I know that there are off days, but then you can always like pull yourself back if you really want to get that goal. So it's just really how much you want it, and it will follow like how you work for it. So for me, like in school, after a class, kasi hindi nga ako fast learner, like during a class and the lecture, I think my classmates would get it faster than I did because I'm like, oh my God, what did he say? And so what I do is when I get home, I'll try to learn it then pa lang. So that magets ko yung lahat ng nangyari for that day. So I'm just going to the next class prepared. Like I remember what happened last class. So yun lang, just really stay there. Kasi if not, for example, if I fall back one class, and then in the next class I'm not prepared, edi sobrang layo na ng aakyatin ko. So maybe that's also how I think about it. Like ayoko mabaon sa
Yeah.
aaralin. So I just take it like small bits and pieces every day so that I don't fall back too much. So that's the way you can think of it also.
Yeah, that's a great mentality to have because you could have like a long-term goal that you always have on your mind also, like which is the summa cum laude, but then you could also have short-term goals that will help you reach the long-term goal. So maybe that's a great takeaway that the audience or the listeners can
Yeah.
get from what you shared from your success in college and your summa cum laude, because people now, like lalo na in the pandemic, I know so many of my friends that would rather do other things. Kasi lalo na now, nakakatamad. Like 90 minutes kasi yung classes at Lasal and you're just staring at the screen. So lalo na kung mara yung prof, like hindi naman interactive yung class. Like you're gonna listen lang talaga and take notes. Parang it's so nakakatamad. Kasi syempre, like here, katabi mo pa yung bed mo or like yung TV mo nandyan lang. So it's kind of tough din talaga to focus. Even for me, like 90 minutes. Baka mamaya, like 45 minutes kaya mo. Pero pag mga after the halfway point, medyo But the good thing also that you didn't experience
but that's a different challenge because buti na lang, I was gonna say like buti na lang I didn't go buti na lang I didn't experience this online classes because I can't imagine like 90 minutes of being like aware. Parang,
what I was gonna say.
It's so long. I mean, it should be like parang they should have breaks because I can't concentrate for that long. Tapos my next class pa, like that's so much. So parang it's also difficult. Maybe the system could use some help then in changing like the 90-minute thing. Kasi ako, natatagalan din ako and it's really hard to like focus for that long because it's really long talaga. So you guys find a way. You got this.